Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will be from the 7th to the 14th of May. And it's so funny, Pisces, as soon as I looked at your cards, very, very similar theme to everyone, okay? So very, very slow movement. Your crowning card is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles may be a fire sign person that's in your life. Not a fire sign, an earth sign person. You may be waiting for this night. You might be waiting for movement. It might be to do with a relationship, Pisces, okay? The problem when this night turns up is everything's happening really, really slowly. And I think your biggest problem, Pisces, is the frustration with the slowness of the change. The good news with this night is it tends to represent very, very real, stable change when it happens, okay? I'm pretty sure this is to do with relationships or your emotional life in one way or another, okay? Bottom of the deck is a Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a juggling card. There might be a feeling that emotionally you're on quite choppy waters. It's the infinity sign, which means you can juggle these waters by staying close to your faith, staying close to grace, all these very sort of divinely inspired energies. You might have to be quite patient this week, okay? Now, I pulled you another card and the Ace of Pentacles came up. So the aces are always about new beginnings and new chapters. This might be a financial gift that you're not expecting. It's going to come your way this week. A new job. The aces are all about potential. And it's up to us what we do with it. You might be considering a new chapter, learning a new skill. Now, I also looked again, and the Knight of Wands turned up. Now, he's a bit faster than the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a strange old energy here, Pisces. Forward motion, but still maybe not fast enough as you want it to be. It's definitely moving now. You start the week with the King of Cups right next to the Nine of Cups, but then you've got the Two of Wands, okay? Fork in the road with the Page of Pentacles. So the King of Cups is about our emotional life. This could represent a person. They traditionally call it a water sign person, but as most of you know, I don't read my cards that way. Sometimes I do, but it's about the emotional element of our life. Love, relationships, anything that's about fluid and emotional flow. Now, it's with the Two of Wands, which means you might be a little bit confused about the way forward. When you get the Two of Wands, and it was to do with a relationship, there's already someone you're attracted to because you've already had the Ace. And now it's like, what will I do with this? Where is this relationship going? And you're taking a step back, sitting on your throne, and contemplating your place in this world, where what fits into what and what you can do with things, okay? But right next to it is a Nine of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. So these two are very, very similar cards, okay? They've both got a Pentacles in their hands, and it's all about new opportunities and new potentials. This can be a young earth sign person. And it's with the Nine of Cups, which is the wish-fulfilling card, emotional happiness. Very much a sense, Pisces, that you've stumbled across something that's given you an awful lot of emotional happiness, okay? It's only a page, and I don't mean only a page, because the pages bring real potentials, but it is a potential. And it's got the potential to grow into something more. really interesting. You then get two eights. I really like the eights. Eight of Wands, but then again, it's the Eight of Swords. So these two are they're almost contradictory energies. And contradictory energies create a tension. And tension is what gets us to take action in the end. So don't judge what you're going through. The Eight of Wands is this fast-flowing, dynamic energy. And the Eight of Swords is feeling in a bind, feeling frustrated, wanting things to move forward, but feeling that your hands are tied, that you can't quite move something in the direction that you want to. I'm going to clarify these cards, Pisces. You then get the Lovers with the Seven of Discs. So very similar energy. The Lovers are, yeah, this is about a relationship. Look, Page of Cups. This is about this beautiful early stages of a new relationship. You've got the King, which means the feelings are running really deep. But it's almost for some Pisces, there's an attraction force here. And it's very expansive, but restricted at the same time. Maybe they live not in the same place. Maybe there's a reason why you can't be together. That's maybe what these energies are saying. Because you then get the Lovers with the Seven of Discs. The Seven of Discs is a card about waiting, contemplating how something is going to develop. And it's with the Lovers card, which is a relationship. You've got the Strength card, which is asking you to be patient. It's got the Infinity sign here. You are about the fourth sign to get the same messages, by the way. Juggling. Infinity sign is about patience, about taming this beast. And one of the beasts that we have is impatience, not trusting how something's going to unfold. And this creates an enormous amount of tension within us, Pisces, okay? Now, as I said, tension's not bad, because it's tension that leads to something being created. But it's a challenge when you're going through it, okay? I'm going to pull you a couple more cards, Pisces. I think because there's a huge emotional depth with you and someone else. This is what I'm picking up. But an uncertainty about what to do with it, where this relationship belongs in your life. The Eight of Swords tends to feel my hands are tied. I can't do it. Some Pisces might be using intention and prayer to get this thing moving. But the overriding feeling is patience. Having to work with the energy of impatience would be about wanting to push the river, when in fact all the rivers run to the sea anyhow, which means things happen in divine timing and not in your timing, because you've got the Three of Wands, which is still a waiting energy. Oh, this is an interesting reading, Pisces. It's like you picked up the wand, you've got the two, but you're still waiting for this relationship to come into fruition. Or you've already with this person, but you can't quite work out where it's going, where it belongs. You're also maybe juggling finances, juggling personal life, and you feel that you're having to keep too many balls up in the air. And the Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Cups just appeared. This is definitely a relationship. I have to say, Pisces, it's not going to flow perfectly. Because of the Eight of Swords and the Strength card and the Seven of Discs. But it's definitely happening. Absolutely guarantee you this relationship is happening. but there is a tension in the emotional flow. For some reason, feeling not able to act, not to get it moving fast enough. And that's where you need the Strength card. We need to be able to cool that quite hot energy that wants it yesterday, to allow the process to unfold. Because the Eight of Discs is here as well. And the Eight of Discs in a love reading tends to mean trying to consider what the future of this relationship is, basically. That's what it tends. Focus, concentration on where this whole thing is going. It's going. I guarantee you it. Why the universe gives us so many trials and tribulations, Pisces, I have got no idea. If it helps, just about every sign has had the same message, which is really, really odd. But it's going. I guarantee you, this relationship's moving. Loads of love, Pisces. Bye.